Boy. What's going on, folks? I'm not gonna be on long tonight. How y'all feeling today? Epstein did 9/11. So we starting early with the madness, huh? Starting early. Just got finished training. Figured I'd jump on the live for a little bit. I ain't gonna be here long. Wanted to get some opinions about a topic today because I am looking into it a little more in depth. First things first, though, I went and picked this up right here. That is the Black's Law 6th edition. And they got some of the definitions and stuff taken out of here, which were in the first one. Good example was the word human being. They took that out because originally human being was like classified as a monster and somebody who can't own property or doesn't have any rights or anything like that. So they did take that out, which is not surprising. They don't want you to know that shit. That's how they see you as a human being. We want to be original living man. We don't want to be no human beings. So let's make sure we got that down. Also, doing a lot of other research into other things too. Make sure you hit up my man Knowledge Well for You. Knowledge Well, WELL, for the letter 4 and the letter U. Hit him up. He's got some good shit. He is Ken of the Bad Wolf. Cool dude. So any friend of the Bad Wolf is a friend of ours because we all working together on this quest for truth. So let's make sure we do that. All right. So we're gonna. I guess it's kind of late, so it's not a whole bunch of people in here. I'm gonna just go ahead and get right to it then. Let me try to share this screen. Share screen. Here we go. All right, let's go here then. Give me one sec. Here, go right here. That's what I want to share. All right, take a look at this right here. This is Admiral K. Byrd, guy who was supposedly went to Antarctica, or not the Antarctica, but the Earth's crust, pretty much. Can you hear it now? All right, so issue we have and y'all can't hear it. Now the issue I got my headphones on. That's probably why you can't hear it. So look, check this out then. Go ahead and if you go to YouTube and you put in the Under the Dome documentary, it's a very long documentary, but it's very, very interesting and it's chocked with lots of information you might want to look at yourself because there's a lot of good stuff that's in there that you can pretty much reference to. I got my headphones in because people are asleep right now. I don't want to wake nobody up. Like I said, I ain't gonna be on here long, but check that out. It's called Under the Dome, the full documentary. If you YouTube that, 2 hours, throw that bad boy on while you cruising, you traveling, in your personal conveyance. You at work, you got your headphones on, this, that, and the third. Just listen to it, yo. Just really approach it with an open mind and listen to some of the stuff these cats are saying because they pointing out a lot of different things about flat Earth and a lot of other interesting stuff. And it's worth listening to, man. You draw your own conclusions from there. I pretty much listen to different theories, different people's way of thinking, and I try to draw my own conclusions. So I'm moving on to this flat Earth thing. There's a lot of different stuff that's out there, and people are pointing in all directions. Trying to reference things that can prove that the Earth is actually flat and not round, which is possible. I think, man. Honestly, I would say I lean more towards the simulation theory, honestly, which the simulation theory is basically saying that this is a form of computers is kind of like God that runs this whole entire consciousness or this whole entire state of being is run by a computer. And it's like there's certain rules that can't be broken, there's certain rules that can be broken or bended or twisted. It's kind of like the Matrix, if you would. But like, yeah, the simulation theory basically backs that theory up, basically saying that, yeah, this is pretty much a simulation. And the reason why a lot of different things are happening pretty much is because, the simulation has some glitches, of course. Any good simulation has glitches. I mean, you take the game Grand Theft Auto, there's a lot of glitches on Grand Theft Auto, but for the most part, the game's realistic, you know? And you can say, yeah, well, yeah, that's crazy. You think we're living in a video game. I mean, really, it's very unlikely that we're not living in some kind of simulation. Really, if you think about the point to where computers are starting to get, where they're starting to run every damn thing, you can just think like further down. If like, all right, look, how is this going to get? How advanced are computers going to be? How advanced is AI going to take it to the point where we got AI running AI. So at that point, it becomes an issue where, well, how can we be sure we're not inside a computer right now? Then you can't be, you know. There's really no way to be. And this is just like critical thinking, really. What up, Jet? What up, Jet? Natural Cream, how you feeling? Yeah, I was trying to share that video, but I got my headphones in, so y'all not gonna be able to hear. But check it out when you get a chance. The guy's name is Admiral Byrd. He was one of the original explorers in 1940. Well, the original explorers for them. So he started to travel the planet, and he started to see irregularities. And another thing that's weird about the North Pole is, if I'm not mistaken, it's the North Pole, I believe. Might be Antarctica, one of the two. But I'm still learning about all this stuff. So there's a treaty from every nation in the world that they all have a treaty an agreement not to go to this area. It's crazy. There's never been anything all nations have agreed upon, yet they all agree upon keeping everybody out of this area. And the area is supposed to be it's supposed to be very rich in gold, silver, plutonium, the stuff that nations are fighting over to make nukes. All this stuff is supposed to be very superfluous there. And as a result, then you got all these people that have a treaty not to go there. So what could they all be hiding? They're all hiding something. It's got to be. Go just to find a document. Yeah, you gotta find that DuckDuckGo because they don't want you to read certain shit. Have you read Tao Te Ching? No, I haven't. What is that? Jethro, yo, show my man Jethro some love, man. That guy right there, Jet, he's real good at photography, man. If y'all watching this, very, very cool dude. If you got any questions about traveling about to Thailand and Philippines, this is the guy to ask. Very good soul. Subscribe to my man and holla at him definitely. Lo Tzu's book. I haven't read Lo Tzu's book. I started reading Sun Tzu's Art of War. I got like halfway through. I gotta finish that too. But I definitely know about Lo Tzu was a philosopher, wasn't he? He was a Chinese philosopher. I need to check that out. But no, I haven't read the Tao. Nah. What did he say in that book? What am I missing? Because I don't have it in front of me. Let me know what he said in that joint. Yeah, subscribe to my man Jethro, man. That dude's he uses some kind of Canon camera, and his pictures are crisp. Like his pictures are very much, his videos are very much worth watching. You know, any advice you guys need on traveling abroad, holler at him. Definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna get a copy of that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna see what's. Let me write that down because I'm getting my knowledge together now. I just showed a picture of this right here. If y'all just join it, I got this bad boy right here, the Black's Law Dictionary. I was trying to size it up. There we go. The Black's Law Dictionary. This is the 6th edition. I do need to get the first because the first has a lot of the other stuff they took out. They don't want you to know about. So yeah, definitely that. I'm about to write this down right now. It's called Lo Zhu. Yeah, I know about Lo Zhu. They actually, I know about Lo Zhu through Metal Gear Solid. They were talking about Mei Ling was quoting one of Lo Zhu's. He said something about an empty bubble or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the quote was, but he was basically saying that Solid Snake didn't have shit. He needed to steal shit or something like that. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. The Tao. All right, writing that down. But yeah. Lo Zhu was a Chinese philosopher. Chinese philosopher. Yes, sir. Screenshot of your book. Yeah, grab that, man. Grab that Black's Law Dictionary whenever you get a chance. You'd be surprised at stuff that's in there, man. They redefining shit that's it's crazy. They redefining shit that's actually in the Bible. So they create their whole other language. And it just goes to show you that the people that are making this kind of shit, bro, I highly doubt these motherfuckers is human, yo. They can't be, yo. Like, yo, these, or if you call them human, men or women, they probably some kind of spirits or some shit for real. Cause like, yo, this is the deviousness of them making a whole other language and playing it off to not be to be English. You know what I mean? That's crazy to me. Doesn't make any fucking sense. There's no way a, a a man or woman who actually gave a shit about their people would do some shit like that unless they were up to something. You know what I mean? So there you have it. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, back to it. So one of the one of the things the guy was saying, he was saying that I actually saw this guy. I shared a video about a week ago. So this guy, he was he was from the streets, but this dude would just say, I don't give a fuck. The earth ain't no goddamn globe. It's a goddamn flat plane. Suck my ass. And he was saying all this shit, and he basically was putting it out there. But he was coming with some facts. He says they keep saying every time you're in a plane and you look over, if you're flying over a landmass and you look over out the window and you see nothing but flat land, they want to say, oh, you're not high up enough. But when you're on a shore and the boat starts to sail and it looks like it gives the illusion it starts disappearing, they want to say, oh, because it's going over the edge. And he was like, that's bullshit. Because if I take this he had some kind of extended camera or something like that where the boats and stuff went out all the way out like 6 miles out to the water. And he started to he started to look, and when he looked and zoomed in, he actually zoomed right in on them. They were supposed to be over the horizon, but when he zoomed in, they were right there. He was like, yo, it's not it's not a ball, and it's flat. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. This is crazy, the stillness in yourself. The world surrenders to you and you see its gifts. Yeah, true. Yeah, that's a part of the spirituality right there. Yes, sir. That's the part of that spirituality is good stuff. Oh man. So how y'all been, man? How y'all feel about this whole flat earth thing? Y'all open minded to it? How y'all feel about it? Yeah, that's a good documentary though. I watched the majority of it, but the Admiral Byrd thing I thought was very interesting because this dude was supposed to be an explorer, you know. So whenever you look at explorers and stuff like that, and you start looking at their interviews and things, they speak very candidly because this is stuff they actually saw. So that came off very interesting, man. I believe the dude. And they also said at one point in the video, he was saying that there were some astronauts who refused to I'm trying to remember what they refused to say that there wasn't a God or something like that because they knew that for a fact that we had to be in a creation of some sort because it's not a ball. So he was saying that some of the astronauts refused to swear on God or something like that. I can't remember. They just refused to do it. Like they would not do it. So yeah, you don't. I don't think it's flat. I don't think it's a globe. I don't blame you. I mean, who knows at this point, yo? You know, I'm back to. We can go back to the simulated reality. Okay, is it a simulation? You know what I mean? Is it a simulation? Is it a room? It could be a freaking room. Now, here's the question I submit to you. Now, This is a question that's going. I'm gonna give you all night to think about this. All right. So let's say, for instance, you travel to the wall. Let's say the wall. Let's say there's a wall, right? Let's say you traveled to Antarctica or wherever, and you saw there was a wall. All right. So yes, it's been confirmed there was a wall right there. But here's the kicker: there wasn't supposed to be a wall according to everything you've been taught when you're growing up. But next to that wall, there's a door. Would you open that door? Would you open the door if there was a wall right there that they said it's flat earth, blah blah blah. You never heard about it. You always heard it was a globe. But everything you've learned when you're growing up has just been proven false because there's a wall right there. But there's a door, and there's a door. You can open it. It's your height. Would you open that door and would you walk through it? I mean, this is a whole different. This door is not even supposed to be there. So, do you have the guts to challenge everything that you've believed growing up to be false by going through that door? Or would you just say, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and walk away from this door and not and pretend I never saw it, and I'm just gonna keep believing what the fuck I've been taught, because obviously there's something going on here and I don't want to be a part of it. Or would you have the guts to go through it? I knock before I try to. So you would try to open it? Hey, hey, man, that's something to think about, yo. Because it's like, all right. Because I asked a few people this question. So I asked a guy that was 45 years old, and he says through my 45 years of operating on this earth, from what I've done on a day to day and what I believed has got me this far. So no, I wouldn't challenge everything that I've learned. I think I've gotten 45 years old, and I've reached this point by believing what I believe. So I mean, that's a way to look at it. That's a way to look at it. That's a hell of a question to ask somebody. Would you go against everything you believe if you were proven to be wrong? That's a hell of a question to ask somebody, man. And I asked the guy who was 34, and he says, "Hell no, I wouldn't go through that bitch. I'll leave it. I would open it. Hey, I mean, you never know what you might see, man. It's crazy. Like, yo, that's this on the other side of this door could be a completely different reality where shit's just it could be the same, or it could be just some shit where like you're microscopic and like everything's giant. I mean, you never know. It's just a whole lot of possibilities. But I mean, it really is about a faith at that point. Do you have faith in your do you really just have faith that, how what'll turn out like? You know what I mean? Yeah, there you go. I would open the sea, sure, yeah. So I mean, it could be a situation where once you open it, you can't close it, you know? Could be a situation where once you open it, you get sucked through it. You'll never be back in that reality again. You could destroy the whole reality by opening the door. You just don't know. I mean, this is questions I like asking people. Basically, philosophical questions. You know what I mean? Get you thinking a little bit. But I mean, you just never know, man. It's just so many different realities and stuff like that. They've already admitted that there's definitely different universes, which I already know. We talk about the Mandela effect before, and all these Mandela effects that have been popping up. I just found out a new Mandela effect. If you watch Toy Story, at the point where Buzz Lightyear is about to jump out of the window because this is at Sid's house when they went to Sid's house or whatever. when Buzz Lightyear is about to try to fly out the window and he falls and breaks his arm falls off, and he's laying on the steps. And then Sid's sister Hannah comes and picks up the Buzz Lightyear doll with the arm separated. And the very next scene, you'll see Buzz Lightyear sitting at a table drinking tea, saying he's Miss Nesbit. But I specifically remember because I watched this movie like probably hundreds of times with my sister, and we both remember it the same way. Sitting at that table with Buzz Lightyear was three dolls. It was one doll which Sid had mutilated earlier in the movie. He basically took, I think it was Sally or something like that, and he took Sally's head off and put a dinosaur pterodactyl head in place and gave it back to Hannah. And Hannah freaked out. She told her mom and all this. She had that doll with the head, the dinosaur head, sitting at the table with Buzz Lightyear, and there was a gingerbread man that was at the table too. Because I remember, because I was like, "Damn, Sid's an asshole. He fucked all our toys up. That's some bullshit. What kind of brother is that?" Yo, when you go back to watch that shit with him at the table with the tea, yo, none of the dolls have heads. It's just him. All the other dolls are headless, and it's like, why the hell are the dolls sitting at the table if they don't have heads? They don't make sense. But I specifically remember that pterodactyl head doll and their gingerbread doll. And there was another doll. I can't remember what the other one was. My sister says it was some other kind of something. But I specifically remember there being three dolls at that table, and all their heads were switched different from the bodies because that's what Sid was doing to all her toys. But they changed it. Or they changed it. Somehow it got changed. It's called the Mandela effect. Same thing with what is it, the Sinbad show? Sinbad, not the Sinbad show, the Shazam. Now, I specifically remember the plot to Shazam. Shazam was about a kid who had his parents just went through a divorce. I watched this movie in my old house. I remember the plot. The kid had a mom, and the mom divorced the dad. The mom got the kid, the little boy. They moved to a new town so they could start a new life with the money from the divorce. So the kid starts a new school. He's getting bullied and picked on. He can't fit in. He doesn't have any friends. So they're cleaning out the attic one day, and he finds a lamp. And that's when he rubbed the lamp, and Shazam, Sinbad the genie popped out. And that's when he started doing all that crazy shit. Let's see what they revealed. They're supposed to have 180 days from when the bill Trump passed by UF. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens about that. I mean, they declassified a lot of shit, yo. They declassified a whole lot of stuff. There's actually stuff on the inside. They declassified chemtrails. I went over that about 3 episodes ago. Chemtrails was declassified. They actually show you inside the place, not hidden. It's out there. They actually show you inside the planes. They show you the cans, the way the sprayers work. They show you the blueprints. They show you the patent, all that shit. It's not a secret anymore. The shit is out there. It's just people are too goddamn stupid to look it up. People are too busy being afraid of every damn thing. They won't do any independent research. They got us by the balls, you know? Yeah, I remember it the same way. But they changed it. When you go back to watch it, man, all you see is 3 headless dolls at the table and Buzz talking to 3 headless dolls, talking about he's Mrs. Nesbit. Crazy. Craziness. So yeah, a lot of stuff got declassified, man. They declassified a whole lot of stuff, man. So like, the stuff's out there, dude. It's just nobody's really talking about it, Best place to hide somebody from somebody's in a book. Ah, boy. But yeah, Mandela Effect, man. That shit's real, bro. There's a movie called The Mandela Effect, actually, that came out 2 years ago. And I remember this movie. It must not have did very well because I think it might have been in the movies for a couple weeks, but I know it went to DVD afterwards. Very good movie. They were talking about the Curious George tale. How Curious George didn't have a tail back in the day or something. He did have a tail. I don't remember about that. I'm not sure I remember about the tail. But I do remember Curious George used to be it was a book everybody used to read. So yeah, that's possible. I'm not sure. I don't remember about the tail thing because I didn't pay much attention to Curious George. I was into wrestling and shit back then. Wasn't into Curious George that much. Yeah, I gotta pardon me for keeping my voice down. I'm not trying to wake my fam up. Everybody's asleep. We're kind of late today. Got in the house a little late. Yes, sir. So yeah, that Mandela effect. The The one about what else was there's the Bernstein Bears one, which honestly, I'll be completely honest, I don't remember it being an AIN. I remember it being an EIN when I was younger. I do remember the EIN, so not sure about that. Where's another one? Where's another one? There's some other good ones too. Of course, the Nelson Mandela one. Now, here's the thing about the Nelson Mandela one. I remember watching that funeral on TV because they let school out for that. I remember. I think I was in first grade or something like that. But they let school, public school got closed because Nelson Mandela supposedly had died as a political prisoner or something like that. So they had this big thing on TV where they had the funeral in I think it was South Africa or something like that, and they had this big parade and it was a big thing and yeah, it was on TV, it was televised, yo. And then come to find out he dies again in 2000s. I'm like, hold up, yo, this dude was already dead. How about this one? How about if you watched Coming to America 2, Louis Anderson, yo. Louis Anderson is still alive. I remember reading an article about Louis Anderson dying because I specifically remember I said I was like, yo, damn, that's my man from Life with Louis. Life with Louis guys dead. That sucks. And I was a little upset about that because I liked him. Louis Anderson was cool. And then dude was alive. So I'm like, oh, that's wild. Craziness. But it's a lot of Mandela effects, man. I mean, they're doing something's going on with the time space continuum. I don't know if we jumped universes or something like that. Somebody says it's got something to do with CERN, CERN. You might want to look that up. But they were saying that that's got something to do with it. I've heard that shit. I've even heard a theory that in 2012 the Earth actually did end, and we were transported to a different universe. That's why things changed. I mean, I've heard a lot of theories. A lot of different theories, man. There's a lot of theories out there. But, you know, I listen to a lot of different stuff and hear people's opinions. It's always good to hear the way people think. Ah, boy. Ah, boy. All right, so what y'all think, man? I'm about to cash in for the night. What do y'all think about tonight's topic, the flat earth and all this other Mandela effect stuff? How do y'all feel about it, man? How do y'all feel about the Mandela effect? Look into these Mandela effects. I'm telling you, if you look back into these, man, you're gonna be like, hold up, yo, A6 was telling the truth. I don't remember it happening like that. Look into the Buzz Lightyear one, man. You gonna see what I'm talking about. They changed a minute to 59 seconds. I thought it was 60 seconds, yo. 60 seconds was a minute. What the hell? I don't know, man. I can't say about that. That's all. If they changed it to 59, it's supposed to be 60 seconds. I don't know about that. I have to look into that. I don't know about that. I'll look into that one. Can't speak on that one because I don't know exactly about that one. But, that's what time we on. So, with that said, folks, I'm about to be out. Make sure y'all keep the energy positive. Always be learning. Keep an open mind. Don't ever count anything out. Things are always changing as we can see and as we can hear. So just make sure you always adapt and still learn, and never think you're too smart to learn something from somebody that doesn't know as much as you, because you never know. They might have that piece of information that may change your perspective and cause you to learn more, So that's something we got to make sure we stay aware of, and always try to control your mind so you can control your surroundings. Stay positive, folks, and that's pretty much it. We clocking out for the night. Y'all take it easy. Peace out.